To wait until I had driven home to think and meditate on what I wanted to say, because I don't want this to come from a place of emotion, though I'm as angry as the rest of you. I wanted this to come from a place of reason, of logic, and truth. I said that I was going to go in hibernation, and I had every intention to, and then our buffoon in chief thought that he was going to stand up and insinuate that people like me are dangerous bioterrorists, or that he's lost his patience with us and that we're to blame for all of this. So I'm back, and I feel that I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. Never claimed to be. Wouldn't tell you what to do. You could ask me for my opinion, but I don't pretend to be a medical expert. I wouldn't tell you what to do with your body. I support medical freedom. Decide what's best for you. Weigh your pros and cons. If you want to know what I believe, I got links and websites and things that I might share with you. I'm sure you have things you could share with me if you're thinking for yourself. I support medical freedom. But there are a lot of people being dumped on right now because they're not comfortable with the vaccine. And I want you to know, as a healthcare worker, not a doctor, not an expert, but as somebody who's worked in healthcare for over 7 years as a CNA and is a semester and a half away from graduating with my RN, you're not crazy. You're not alone. There are plenty of people who are uncomfortable getting this, who work in healthcare from the top to the bottom. And many people who are outside of healthcare want to know, how do I know who to trust? Who do I go to for information? I'm going to give you my guidelines for who I choose to listen to about this issue. Number one, anybody who tells you that ivermectin is horse paste, I wouldn't listen to them. CNN put a fake filter over Joe Rogan's face when he was talking about taking ivermectin to make him look more sickly than he actually was. Doctors are prescribing this. There was a story that went viral about a hospital in Oklahoma that was overwhelmed because they were treating people for side effects of ivermectin. That was not true. The hospital put out a statement. They haven't even taken care of one patient with that. This is intentionally misleading information. Anybody who's going to lie to me about potentially effective treatments that could save lives does not have my trust. I don't care what they think I should put in my body. It doesn't matter. Number two, I don't take healthcare advice from anybody who can't tell the difference between a biological man and a biological woman. If you can't tell the basics apart of human anatomy and physiology and how bodies work, if you think that surgically removing or trying to reshape someone's outward organs and appearances, and mutilating someone or pumping them full of chemicals can somehow change their gender and the sex that they were born with, you're a fool. And I don't really care what you think I should put in my body. Number three, I don't care what anyone's opinion is on the shot if they say anything similar to this: abortion is health care. Child's being ripped piece by piece, limb from limb, organs harvested, body parts sold to laboratories so they can test on them and sew infant scalps on the lab rats and various other, like supervillain evil type stuff. I have no respect for your medical opinion. You may know a lot more than I do. You may know way more about the body and about all medicines or whatever. But if your moral compass says this is not only a good thing, but a human right, that a woman deserves the right to choose what she wants to do with this child's body, but you don't have the right to choose what you want to put in your body. If anybody's preaching this, I don't care what they think about me. I don't care what they think I should be putting in my arm or putting in my body. I have zero respect for you. I think you're a fool. So to recap, if anybody is sharing intentionally misleading medical information, if anybody is, and clearly doing so, if anybody is unable to tell the difference between a man and a woman and how our bodies work, and if anybody believes that abortion is health care, I could go on, but those are my big three. I don't care what you think. I'm not getting this shot. There isn't a scenario where I would ever get this shot. If you got it, if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, I'm not judging you. You do what's best for you. If you want to know why I have my position, message me. Let's have a talk. We can chat about it. But let me be very clear. I am 100% prepared to throw everything away before I comply to this. I will lose everything. I will lose my career. I will lose my job. I will lose my position right now in my program if it came down to me having to get this. There is absolutely no way under the sun that I'm going to comply. Joe Biden, you are not an emperor. You are not God. You are not a king. You are a public servant. I want you to know you're not alone, and I want you to know there are other healthcare workers like me. Stand on your convictions and don't fold. I don't care how big the threat seems. I don't fear men. I fear God, and I am sick of this, and I'm going to do whatever I can, and I'm nobody, but I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that people who share these convictions, people who are afraid, understand that they don't have to get something simply because they're scared or they feel like they need to compromise. If you're not comfortable getting something, no one can force you to do that. Make your own healthcare decisions and stand up for yourself. Start speaking up. Start speaking out. Don't take this laying down. Be respectful. Be kind. Don't be emotional. Don't be angry. Don't be vehement. But speak to these people with truth, logic, and reason, because I can promise you, a lot of them don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to that department. Be encouraged, my friends. We're not going down quietly. God bless.